Hello everyone, happy Monday. How are you? I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and great Thanksgiving weekend. Surprise, I didn't announce I was coming on because I didn't know if I was going to be able to. Busy day, and I'm also working on a lot of recordings for everyone. So I didn't, that's why I just thought I would pop on and surprise, and I will post it too, but I'm working on a lot of things today, so this won't be too long, but I just wanted to pop on real quick and just do a quick angel read. I did do my energy blog for the week, so that's up on the website, holisticlivingpractice.com. I go through every Monday. I talk about the energy of the week, so if you want to go ahead and read that, guys, this week's energy is super. I'm getting all the same cards I just did on my last platform. This week's energy is very, very intense. The physical upgrades we're all getting are very strong. So if you read my blog, I go through it in detail, but you may feel a wide range of things. I mean, from like head to toe, really. So energy wise, lots of upgrades, and the higher your frequency, the more you're going to feel it because you're really bumping up. You're the one bumping up the most, the higher you're at. Now, if you're still residing in a lower frequency, then you're going to be having some other issues because you're not actively taking a part in your ascension journey. If you're one of the runners, and if you're watching this, it's not you, I'm sure, but if you're one of the runners from your ascension, you're going to have tower moments. So this is the time, if you haven't already. So you may be having some, but you've been avoiding them. Well, the energy between now and the December winter solstice, which is the 20th, 21st, 22nd, like that energy, those 3 days, very, very tired, very, very thirsty, a lot of physical symptoms. So like I said, if you go for this week's energy, you can read it on my blog on the website, but between now and then you're going to still feel it, but the fatigue is really, I feel like, going to be amped up, because I feel that we're going to be jumping into we're going to do another huge vibrational jump between now and the end of December. So that means lots of physical changes, because without the physical changes, it wouldn't allow that. So I'm working on the tarot also, December's tarot. So I'm recording that. So that'll be up Wednesday. I usually do just part 1 here, and the rest I put on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, it's in my highlights here, but it's Holistic Living and then a Lemurian Starseed. And I put them up on there. So I'm also working on some other recordings. I got some really good messages yesterday from the question about topics people were wondering about. So I'm looking into that. I feel that the Canada video I'm going to release, because I had said that I was going to tap into that a while ago, and I just haven't been able to record it yet. So I'm going to release that one as well. So look out for the tarot and Canada's video. And if anyone has any questions and you happen to be watching, I will go ahead and answer, because I'm going to post it after. But it looks like right now our third eyes are opening. So you may be feeling dizzy, headaches, weird, like your head feels weird, like you're either in a pressure cooker, or you are like in a tunnel, or your ears may feel extra plugged or be popping a lot. All of that is ascension symptoms. That's followed by the cornucopia. So if you're feeling that, it's because you're actively in your journey, so you're raising your frequency. They want us to feed our spirit. So they want us to tap into what we love. So what is it you love? What's your passion? And they want us to, angels are guiding us to connect with what we love, because the joy and the passion leads us to our mission and why we're here in the first place, why our soul chose to come here at this time. So, if you're watching this, you're most likely a light worker, or you actively chose to come in and be a big part of this somehow, or just hold down the light, even if that's all you do. So light workers are meant, they have trained multiple, probably thousands and thousands and thousands of lifetimes for this one lifetime right now. So for the Great Awakening, for the big shift. So you know how to do it. You know how to hold it down. You know how to be patient. You know kind of what we're doing without realizing how much you really know. So you may have trained in natural medicine. You may have trained, in intuitive work. You may have trained in been part of the witch, years. You may have been all of it. You may have been a doctor, a surgeon, and then maybe in this life done energy work, and then in this life you were a craftsman somehow, and then in this life you were an inventor somehow, and then maybe you had some rough lives in between, because that gives you the strength, that gives you the courage, the resiliency. That's what light workers are. So someone had asked me a question about light workers and in a little more detail of what they're supposed to do. So every light worker's mission, personal, individual mission, as far as like career, could be completely different. But light workers in general share the common goal of being here to aid the earth in the ascension, aid the, collective around the globe, everywhere. So everyone's kind of spread out. So light workers, starseeds, everyone is spread out, doing their own thing. So some people don't even realize, like, there are some light workers who don't even know they're light workers. They may just, you may just know them as like a really nice person, or they may always be the calm within the storm, or, one thing or another, or just really bond with animals and good in this way. They might not even realize what they are, but they're doing a lot of energy work without realizing they're doing all that energy work. So light workers have trained for this. They're made for this. They have what it takes. They can do it. So it requires the most patience, I know. It requires patience. It requires courage, strength, power. So you have to stand in your power. It doesn't matter what situation you're in, what we're talking about, whether we're talking about this again, career-wise, relationship-wise, you have to stand in your power. That's what you came here to do. That's why you're here. So that is one thing in common with all light workers. You're here to stand in your power, hold the light for the grid so that the energy can come in and be processed through us and then back out to the collective. So there are some people, though, that are needing to decide. So people that are a part of what I just talked about, it's like step it up in your power. If there's one area of your life where you feel like you're not aligned in that way, it's time to decide. You're at that fork where you got to choose. So also, if you are a part of the sleeper group, but you're not meant to be, you signed up to wake up, but your awakening, I think, you agreed to have it start a little bit later than maybe some others, which is fine. But now you're being asked to wake up. Your soul is pushing you to wake up. So you may see what you felt were sleepers that now all of a sudden are like, well, you know what? This isn't making sense anymore. This seems all ridiculous now. Where before they were, very much in fear, and now all of a sudden they're over here. So there's a lot of shifts now, and there's a lot of people that intentionally were kept asleep for a reason, but now it's the time to wake up, and maybe just they're waking up a little slow, or, it just seems like it's taking forever for some of these people. But then there are a group that, may not wake at all. And they may just choose to take the exit out because they need to be in a 3D space. And then there are people that, I said this in my last live, that Earth's frequency is already higher than these people's frequency. And because we're having another shift and bump at the end of December, they cannot be here. So you're going to see that in different ways, in different groups. We've been seeing it. I've been seeing it since September. But you're going to see it again every time we have a huge jump. So like we're going to have the end of December. While we have that, either right before or during, there are people that aren't aligned with that can't physically be in the space. The energy doesn't allow it anymore. So just keep that in mind, because it may be out of nowhere for some people, because their souls didn't sign on for New Earth, and they're very much at the low vibration of anger, disruption, manipulation, just like a dark, part of their soul chose to be dark. Those people cannot be here. They can't. So that's one group. Another group is if they choose, they don't want to wake up. They can't do it. They just can't do it. But we're going to have something still, because we've had a lot of things that have shifted between October, there was a lot that went on. November has been a big month of legal. We knew that it was going to be that based on the tarot. We knew that there were going to be a lot of, court issues, legal issues, things that the courts were granting in, the side of the light. So hello to everyone joining. So, we knew that was going to be this month. So we have a lot, but there's still something coming though. There's still something that I still see out of left field that people are not going to expect. What I do want to say though, is I want to make sure people understand, that whatever they're going to try to throw, whatever, like the whole new, I can't say the word, but the whole new V word that ends with a T, and it sounds to me like a transformer. I mean, I feel like they're just making all of that up as they go along at this point. But anything like that seems to be this huge, it's just a distraction from something else. So don't let yourself get wrapped up in that. Don't let yourself get reactionary. Don't let yourself, drop down in your vibration. Make sure you follow your gut and your intuition and not your head. So you following your head would be like fearful, overthinking, very reactionary. Sometimes when you hear something or see something, you need to kind of take a step back and look at it from a further perspective or a higher perspective and say, okay, what does this really look like to me? And follow your intuition on it. Because a lot of people just get very, very reactionary, and that's not, going to help raise your vibration. So that was one thing I did want to talk about. I feel too, seeing the solution, we have to keep seeing and picturing New Earth. We have to keep picturing, the end of it. Not because we're like, we have like this much more to go. So I feel, how like it's, that the saying it's darkest before the dawn, all that. It's like right when you give up that things shift. So keep going because we're right there. It's like one more jump. So don't let anything happening now, distract you, pull you down. It's really important to just stay focused on the end result and how you think things should look. So picture everyone perfectly getting along, no one having financial issues, people having all natural, healthy food, access to it, no one having that crazy hustle and bustle, all that stuff. People need to keep that in mind, that things are going to shift in all ways. So keep that in your head. Keep the visualization, because not everyone's doing that. A lot of people are just so focused in the news or the stuff that's even stuff that you see on other platforms, like even Telegram. Even if you do, it's good, because I do post some things that I feel I can see that are, just be mindful or aware of. But don't let yourself get so wrapped up in every little detail. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. And to be honest, nobody knows every little detail of everything. So anyone who says they have every little thing figured out in every little way, no. So even I, who can see things from a completely different perspective, even I can't, sometimes they'll say, we can't give you a specific date, or it's within this time, or this has to happen first, and this happening first can be between this and this time, and then this happens then in this, so that's kind of how I see things. So if it's, some things are just destined, and so they're going to happen regardless. It's just a matter of when. Is it now? Is it in 3 days? Is it in 2 weeks? When is it? But everyone needs to hang on and have just like a teeny bit more patience and hang on just a little bit longer, because I am going to post to, like I said, the tarot for December, so we can see what the energy is then. And then I think I'm going to do some separate readings to post, just to talk about where we're going to be at, because I was just going to say, there's a lot we still need to learn. There's a lot we still need to see. So between now and the end of the year. So I hope this helps someone a little bit. I'm going to do, so pay attention to the tarot. It's going to come out by the 1st. I'll post the first part here and the rest on my YouTube. And I'm going to do a reading on Canada. That's going to be pre-recorded though, not live. So I will put that on YouTube. So please follow my YouTube. The name is in the highlights again, so that you can really follow and share it, because people need to be hearing this, especially if you know people who are living there, or, you know, anything that I talk about that are in specific areas or topics and you feel people need to hear, please share it. It makes no difference to me, you know, personally. I don't make money off these. I just do it because people need it. They need to hear it. So I just pop on whenever I'm guided to pop on and talk about whatever I'm guided to talk about. So please just share, because people really need to see it. They need to get the intuitive part. People are missing the spiritual part of this. They're missing like the whole new earth and where we're going. So like I said in my last video, how everyone's kind of focused on what happened or where we're at now. You have to just shift a little between now to what's coming forward. That's what people are kind of missing right now. So I'm trying to bring in that piece, because there's like a gap that people are not, you know, they can't get from here to here. It's like they need someone to just guide them so that they then can take that leap themselves, if that makes sense. So I hope everyone has a good week. I will be releasing the videos throughout the week. I may pop on here and there to do a live when I get guided to, or when I have just a quick message, or just to say hi. So I'll post this so everyone can see it, but please share with whoever you feel needs the message, because they keep pushing me to get the word out. So I'm just going to then push it on to you guys to share, to spread the word, because people just really need it right now. I feel, when I tap into the collective, I feel the impatience, I feel the fatigue, I feel the stress of and little fear of the unknown, and I'm trying to kind of alleviate that, get rid of it. You know, I want people to not be focused on the negative or the dark or whatever, you know, and focus on the light and where we're going and what that's going to look like and what you can do, because you know, you're much more powerful than you realize. So I hope this helps, and I hope everyone has a good week, and I will see you all soon.